Hey everybody, Ryan here. Alright, we only have a few games from tonight, so let's get through these games. The last day of April, the 30th of April, 2021. If you have not already done so, please hit that subscribe button. And make sure to hit that like button as well. Helps get videos get out there more, the more likes we get. Alright, let's get started with the games from the 30th of April, 2021. First game between two struggling Canadian, or not Canadian division, but Northern Division teams. Winnipeg's in an 0 for 5 streak, and Canadiens, I think, have one win in the last 5 or 6, so that's where we're sitting with these two. The Canadiens get the win tonight, though. 5-3 they win. Shea Weber did not play tonight for the Canadiens. From what I understand, it's not expected to be long-term, the injury, but he's probably going to miss at least this one and maybe another one or two. So we'll see how long that ends up being. Alright, scoring start 18-25 into the first. Paul Stastny's 13th from Dylan DeMello and Blake Wheeler. Then at 2:20 of the second, Trevor Lewis would score his 4th goal of the year from Jansen Harkins. At 4:58 of the second, Nick Suzuki's 11th unassisted. At 13:44 of the second, Arturi Lekkonen's 5th from Ben Sherratt and Luke Evans. Then at 11:47, I'm sorry, this was before the Lekkonen goal. 11:47 into the second, Lewis would score his 2nd goal of the game, his 5th of the year, unassisted. At that point, making it 3-1, but the Lekkonen goal makes it 3-2. The tying goal, 3-3, would come at 18:14 of the second, Yoel Armia's 7th, on the power play from Suzuki and Toffoli. Now, what's interesting about Lewis, he has 5 goals on the year with the 2 tonight. 3 of his 5 have come against the Canadiens. So he has more goals against the Canadiens than pretty much anybody. Yeah, no, definitely anybody else. So he does well. So I bet they hope they play against the Canadiens in the playoffs because he can score goals then. Alright, 15-10 of the third. Nick Suzuki would score his 12th on the power play, his 2nd goal of the game, on the power play from Petrie and Perry. That would end up being a game-winning goal right there. The 18:37 of the third, Toffoli's 26th from Philip Deneau. Make it 5-3, your final score. Canadiens outshot the Winnipeg Jets 35-22. Jets beat them in the faceoff dot pretty heavily, 59-41. Winnipeg 0 for 2 on the power play, Canadiens 2 for 3. 6 penalty minutes for Winnipeg to 4 for Montreal. Hits were 27 even. Blocks were 17-11 in favor of Winnipeg, and giveaways 18-17, Montreal with 18. Carl Hellbeck with another not so great outing. 30 saves, 882 save percentage. I mean, if it was the 80s, early 90s, that would have been a great outing. It ain't that time anymore, though. That's not a great outing. Jake Allen, not much better. I mean, 19 saves for 864 save percentage. So it wasn't a goalie night, that's for sure, for these two. Now, the rest of the games were more goalie nights. San Jose versus Colorado. Now, San Jose has a chance to keep pace with St. Louis in this game. And Colorado, best time to play them, especially since San Jose is playing 4 straight games, because Colorado's on a 2-game losing streak. Not anymore. 3-0, Colorado wins this game. Interesting fight in the third, we'll get to that. 11:13 of the first, Gabriel Landeskog's 18th on the power play from Cale Makar and Mikko Rantanen. Oh, by the way, Rantanen, Donskoy, and Grubauer all returned from COVID protocol in this game. And Grubauer did start this game, so they all played a part in this game, as you'll see. 13-13, so exactly 2 minutes later from that one. I didn't mark it down, dang it. Makar's 6th on the power play, that was a power play goal, from Rantanen and Jonas Donskoy. At 9:30 of the third, Kevin Labanc fights Nathan MacKinnon. Not two people I'd expect to fight. Now, granted, I have seen MacKinnon fight before, and he's a pretty spirited fighter. I mean, he's not the greatest talented fighter, but it's not his job. But still, pretty spirited fighter, honestly. And I've never seen Labanc fight, so I'm not sure how this would go. I don't see it being a good fight by any stretch either way, but yeah, you never know. Surprises happen. 18-21 to the third. Rantanen's 27th from Landeskog and Carl Soderberg. Now, I'm going to go back to the fight. I wonder if that has to do with the last time these two met up. McKinnon was hit in the head by San Jose's Joaquin Blichfeld, who mysteriously is out with an undisclosed injury. Shocker there. I'm sure Colorado was circling this game going, we're going to get that little piece of AHL crap. Because that was only his second NHL game when he did that and hit McKinnon in the head. Took him out for about a week and a half. Which luckily it was not longer. That is the good news. But I'm sure McKinnon is extra irritated and was probably really irritated that he didn't play this game because I'm sure he and some of the other guys on the Colorado Avalanche probably wanted a piece of that guy. So we'll have to see how this plays out for the next 3 games because they play each other 3 more times in the next 5 days, I believe it is. Yeah, they play tomorrow. I think, 30 of the 31 teams play tomorrow, so tomorrow is going to be a very active day. Alright. Colorado outshot San Jose 36-21. They killed them in the faceoff dot as well, 60-40. San Jose 0 for 4 on the power play. Colorado 2 for 4. They definitely won the game there. Penalty minutes were 13 each. Hits were 9 each. Amazingly low. Considering there was a fight, it's really low amount of hits. Blocks 19-11 in favor of San Jose. Giveaways 5-2, San Jose with 5. Martin Jones did not have a bad game. He actually had a fairly good game. Actually, a really good game. 33 saves for a 943 save percentage. Most nights that's good enough for a win. Problem is, Grubauer had a 21 save shutout. So, you aren't going to beat a shutout unless you're the one with the dang shutout. So, unfortunately wasted a good night from Jones, which is very hard to find sometimes anymore. Alright, on to Vegas versus Arizona. Arizona trying to keep pace with St. Louis here. They win, they can move within 3 points of them, but St. Louis will have 3 games in hand after tonight over Arizona. So, that 4th place spot is becoming, with every point or victory that St. Louis gets, it's becoming harder to see San Jose and Arizona catching up at this point. Especially with 2 games in hand over San Jose and a 7-point lead over them now. And against Arizona here, right now they sit 5 points ahead of them with, after this game, if they don't gain points, then it is a 3-game advantage for St. Louis over them. But Arizona gets the win. So they're 3 points back. It's a chance. For both them and San Jose, there's still a chance. San Jose a lot further than Arizona, but still a chance. Even with games in hand, because St. Louis has a rough schedule. We'll have to see. But Arizona wins this one 3-0 over the Vegas Golden Knights. The Golden Knights' 10-game winning streak goes down the drain. But they can start again. Hey, you know what? At this point, they probably need to rest some guys. Let them play the last couple games and just decimate people in the playoffs like it seems like they're going to do. Alright, 9:13 into the first. John Hayden second from Derek Brassard and Jason Demare. That would be your game-winning goal, too. Minute 30 into the third. Michael Bunting's 9th from Nick Schmaltz. 17:23 to the third. Christian Fisher second from Christian Dvorak and Lawson Krause. Arizona outshot Vegas 32-25. Beat him in the faceoff dot pretty handily, too. 57-43. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play. 4 penalty minutes each. Arizona out-hit Vegas heavily, 45-21. That's one area they really miss Ryan Reeves in right there. Because you know what? He definitely gets them going with his energy. Blocks 15-11 in favor of Arizona, and giveaways 14-9, Arizona 14. Robin Leonard had 29 saves for a 935 save percentage, and Aiden Hill had 25 saves shutout for the victory. So 2 shots tonight. LA versus Anaheim. LA will win this one 2-1. The scoring will start 5:37 into the first. Hayden Fleury's second of the year, first as Anaheim Duck from Trevor Zegras. And that's the only scoring Anaheim will get. Jonathan Quick stood on his head. Anaheim dominated the first 2 periods, and Jonathan Quick stood on his head. He looked like the Quick of old, not the Quick of recent. So, there's that for you. All right. LA would tie the game at 14:56 of the third. Elias Anderson would score his third from Gabriel Velarde and Trevor Moore. At 19:04, with less than a minute left, the game-winning goal. Anze Kopitar's 12th from Dustin Brown and Mikey Anderson. And that's all it was. 2-1 victory. It's funny because Mikey Anderson was taken out, not out of the game, but they had to blow a whistle because he was down and hurt for a minute. About 2 minutes before this, he took a heavy hit from Nicolas Deslauriers, and it looked like it just knocked the wind out of him. There was obviously no major injury because he was ready to go after like a minute, but it took the wind out of him. He was down on the ice, and I was like, hopefully he's not majorly injured, but luckily he was not. All right, Anaheim outshot LA 34-25, beat him in the faceoff dot as well, 56-44. Power plays were 0 for 1 for LA, 0 for 4 for Anaheim, and penalty minutes 10-4, LA with 10. Oh yeah, they were off. Same minors. Yep. Okay, that's why that math is off. Hits were 22-19 in favor of LA, blocks 15-11 in favor of LA, and giveaways 11 each. Like I said, Jonathan Quick, 33 saves, 971 save percentage. Definitely had a good game. Gibson had a good one until the last 4 minutes of the third. 23 saves, 920 save percentage for a loss. Unfortunate, but hey, they did it to LA last game, so revenge, it hurts sometimes. Alright, that's all the games for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, and also hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. Make sure to comment and share, and I will see you all next video. Bye, everybody.